Greeting coders. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to make a timer and how to use that timer to affect your game or change the state of your game. So for this one, I'm actually going to make a remix of the AI chaser that we made in class. So if you remember our AI chaser, it was just basically how to program an AI and have it chase you around. Okay. So in this program, this bee is going to chase me. He's relatively slow. He can't really catch up with me. So let's go ahead and change that. Okay. So let's go and kind of look at our code real quick before we begin. The program's pretty simple. Here's how to make a sprite, a player sprite. Here's how to make the enemy sprite. Here's how to control the player. This is how to make the player chase us. You can see right here that he moves 1 pixel at a time. Okay. Um, Here's how to create 4 walls. So this is used from the code vault that we have. These are the 4 walls of the game, so our player can't escape these 4 walls. This is a function to tell him that the player will collide with the wall if he touches it. And here's a simple background. Draw a white background, have the player move, have the enemy move, make sure the player doesn't collide with the walls, and then draw the sprites. So let's go ahead and add a timer to our game. Okay, so suppose that we make a game where the player's job is try to avoid the avoid the bee for a certain time limit. Okay, so let's go ahead and make this game a little bit more actually like a game. So let's go ahead and make a timer. So to make a timer, you make a variable, and a variable is just a number. So we're going to call it variable start time. Okay, and we're going to set it equal to a function that's called get time. Okay, so if you hit run, did I do something wrong? Let's see. Oh, I spelled it wrong. Get time with a small t. There you go. So let's go ahead and hit copy and paste start time right here and paste it right here that we can actually see it in the variable. Watch here. You can see that the time that the game started was this many milliseconds. This many milliseconds since 1970. Okay, so this is how many milliseconds when we started our game uh, from the time of the year 1970. So let me show you how you're going to use this. So suppose that we're going to make an end time. So this is all in milliseconds. So end time, when the game should end, let's say our game is supposed to play for 1 minute. Our end time is whatever the start time was plus 60 seconds. Well, 60 seconds, if you convert it to milliseconds, is 60,000 milliseconds. Okay? And you'll see how we'll use this later. So this is the start time. This is the end time, which is 60 seconds more than the start time. And now we're going to make a function that keeps track of time. So we're going to make a function, and we're going to call it um, display timer. It needs no arguments. It has a curly brace. So we're going to make a elapsed time. So how much time has elapsed since the start of the game? So we're going to make a new variable called elapsed time. And actually, we should do that over here. Or let's call it timer. And we want to make a variable that's called timer. Okay, so we have 3 variables: a start time, which is when the game was started, an end time, which is 60 seconds later, and a timer. So elapsed time is how much time has elapsed. So we're going to make let's just make timer. Timer is going to be equal to whatever the end time is, so end time, subtract what time it is right now, the current time. So the current time is just called get time using this function. So timer is a subtraction. Whatever 60 seconds later is, subtract the current time will give us how much time has elapsed, aka our timer. So let's go ahead and hit reset. And let's go ahead and add timer control copy, into our watch window. Okay. And then I'm going to put display time at the end of the function. So let's call our function display timer. Okay. And if you hit run, we should see timer be re-evaluated to whatever the current time is. Hit this plus button here. 48 seconds, 46 seconds, 45 seconds, 43 seconds. Again, this is in milliseconds here. Okay. So now we just got to make sure we display it correctly. So let's go ahead and make a text box. So we're going to go text inside parentheses. Let's put the word timer. And let's go ahead and put it, I don't know, at 150 x coordinate, and let's say 50 y coordinates. Okay. And let's go ahead and make the size of our timer. So text size. Let's make it, I don't know, 30 pixels big. And now there's a timer here. Let's make it like 35. Keep it really up nice and tight on top. And let's make it, I don't know, 125. So now our timer is kind of up here, but it doesn't actually show our time. What we want to show is this number, the first two numbers of timer. Okay, so how do we do that? So let's go ahead and convert it. So timer right now is in milliseconds, but let's go ahead and turn it into another variable called, I don't know, timer text or something. And it's going to be equal to whatever the rounded version of this is. So we're going to do math.round, and we're going to take the timer and we're going to divide it by 1,000. So we're converting from milliseconds to seconds. So by doing this, we now are going to have a timer text that looks like actually what we would use. Okay, so let's go ahead and reset, hit run. Did I spell it right? Timer text is equal to timer divided by 1,000. What's going on? Okay, but why is it not showing it to me? Huh. Okay. Well, I don't know why it's not showing it to me, but let's go ahead and add it right here. So under timer, instead of just putting the word timer, let's go and hit the concatenate with the plus sign and put timer text and see if it shows up now. Yep, there it is. I don't know why it's not available, but here it is. So timer text is counting down the number of seconds that has elapsed using the start time and the current time to try to figure out how many milliseconds of a difference there is. Okay, so now that we have a timer, let's go ahead and use this timer to kind of help us figure out how to change our game. Suppose that we want to make the bee go faster. So as the timer keeps going down, the bee keeps going faster and faster and faster in terms of chasing us. Okay. And let's go ahead and add some collision rules because right now the bee can collide with us and nothing really happens. So let's go ahead and change that. So let's go ahead and add a few more functions. So anyway, let's go ahead and actually turn timer text. I'm going to control copy this and paste it up here. Okay. And I'm going to get rid of this var here. I don't need it anymore because now it's a global variable. It exists outside of this function. And then we can use it. So let's see now. See, now you can see the timer text is able to be watched. Okay. So let's go ahead and add some collision rules. So let's first make a couple functions. So let's go ahead and make some of these functions really quickly. So let's make a function to reset the player. And let's make a function to reset the B. So player.x, let's make him start like way over here. So I don't know. 50, 200 or something. So 50 for the X, 200 for the Y to reset the player. Let's make a function to reset the B, reset enemy. Okay, and we'll do something similar. We're going to do enemy.x. Let's make him like the opposite side. So let's go 350 and enemy.y is equal to 200. So now, if you run these two things, it will reset. So let's go ahead and make a collision detection between these two, or what happens when they touch. So function, we have what? Collide with wall. So let's go collide with enemy. Sounds good. So what happens when the enemy, the player collides with the enemy? So if player is touching enemy, do something. So we're going to reset the player. So reset player and reset enemy. Now we can also add like scores and stuff. That's up to you. I'm not going to do that. I think I already done that enough times now, where you know how to make scores go up and down if the player gets touched by the bee. Okay, so did I spell it right? Oh, nah, I spelled it right here. Reset there. And now we're going to add collide with enemy here. So I can just copy and paste this. So now if the player collides with the enemy, it's going to reset. So let's say I collide with the bee. It's going to respawn us back apart from each other. Something like that. Okay. Now to make the game more challenging, it's going to make this bee speed up. So here we have an enemy AI, and it basically has a constant speed of 1 pixel per frame rate. So we're going to change this. So instead of making 1, I'm actually going to add a new variable for the bee. So I'm going to call it var. Let's go enemy speed. And we're going to set it equal to 1 when the game starts. And I'm going to use enemy speed. I'm going to control copy this. And I'm going to paste it wherever 1 is. So basically the enemy speed starts at 1. But the reason why I'm doing this is that now I can have a function that updates the speed of the enemy. So right now it's at 1. So the game is basically the same. The bee moves at 1 speed every single time. Okay, but we're going to make the game more challenging now by adding another function. So I want to make another function here, and I'm going to call it update enemy speed. Update enemy speed. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use an if statement. If the timer, I think I called it timer text. If timer text is less than 10 seconds, make the enemy speed instead of 1 pixel, let's make it, I don't know, as fast as we are. We're 5 pixels. So we'll make it as fast as we are. Else if timer text is less than 20 seconds, so to say this at the under 20-second mark, we're going to make the enemy speed equal 4 pixels. Else if, so you can see I'm going to copy this now. It's getting redundant. Because I'm going to go up to 30 seconds, for example. And at 30 seconds, he's going to go up to speed 3. I'm going to copy and paste this again. Else if it's 40 seconds or less, he goes up to speed 2. Something like that. Or let's make it like, I don't know, 2? Let's make it 2. So for the first 20 seconds or so, the game is going to go at normal speeds. But we're going to double the speed. Let's go to 50. Let's make it 50, I don't know, 30 and 25. That's good. So I'm going to use update enemy speed here. I'm going to copy the name of it. And I'm going to make sure it's inside my draw loop. Otherwise, there's no point. So I'm going to put it here in my draw loop above control player so that the speed of the enemy is faster. So for the first 10 seconds, he's not going to go any faster. Right? He's just going to keep going his 1 pixel. But you'll see when he gets to 50, he starts moving a little faster. Oh, so now the game's a little bit more fun. I'm like really running away. Okay. And then when he gets to 30, he's going to move much faster. And he's probably going to be able to cut me off. So maybe that's going to be too quick. So at 30, he's moving really fast now. Like he already hit me. So like I got to try to get around him. Um, so I'm like, oh God, he's so fast. Maybe this, I got to change the speed of this. Now he's like really fast. Now I really can't avoid him. So maybe what I need to do if I want to keep the same speed is either increase my speed or I got to put obstacles in the way or something so that he collides with the obstacles. So I have some way of escaping because this is not fun getting hit by the bee every time because there's just no way to avoid how fast this bee is going. So maybe I think 3 was about as fast or 4 as fast as I can go. So maybe 4 is the quickest I can go. And let's make it 3, make it like, I don't know, 2.5 or something. Make it like 1.5. So the game's not completely crazy in terms of how fast the bee moves. Um, let's see if it does move faster when it gets to 50. It's probably moving a little faster, but nothing scary yet. Looks like I can still avoid them. Maybe I'll add some obstacles into this game and the game will be a little bit more fun. Cause maybe the bee will get stuck on a obstacle or something and it helps me avoid them. So now the bee is moving at a speed of what, 2.5? So I'm still able to avoid it, but he is going pretty fast now. Okay. And now he already hit me once. And now we're under 20 seconds. And now he's going at a very fast speed that I don't think I can dodge. So I think even at a speed of 3, I can't dodge him. He's totally colliding with me. Like there's no juking this bee with the way the AI is written right now. Okay. So anyway, you can play with the numbers, but this is how you can change the way your game feels um, by the timer. So I'm going to do something like this. So 1.5 to 2.53, so the player has a chance to get away. Um, maybe I'll just add some couple obstacles. Let's see how long our video has gone. Let's go ahead and check real quick. I am recording. I don't want to make my video too long here. We have been recording for how much time has elapsed? It does not say how long the time has elapsed. Okay. Well, um, maybe I'll say that for another day. I can add some extra obstacles and make the bee a little bit more, um, harder to hit me if I put like obstacles in the way I can hide behind, for example. But yeah, this is how you can make a timer and change how the game, progresses based on the timer. So again, this is how you create a timer using these 4 values. This is how we display the new timer. And this is how we make our game different based on the timer. 10 seconds, 20 seconds, less than 30 seconds, less than 50 seconds. Change the game somehow. And it makes the game a lot more dynamic in terms of its progression. Okay, so that's all the video I want to show you guys. Maybe we'll do more later. Maybe tomorrow we'll do another tri-setter poll so that I have videos to do for um, Thursday and Friday, or Thursday and Friday. Yes. So good luck, guys. Keep working on your games, and I'll see you guys soon.